Welcome back, fish heads, to Waterbox Live. Here we are revisiting LX.
Yes.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you know when we drop videos, when we go live, all that good stuff.
Don't want to miss any of that. We have some coral to add to the LX from Living Reef, of course, some SPS. We also add some fish, so we're going to give you guys a look at that.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about SPS care. So we have a lot going on with that, but we also have $100 gift card.
Yes.
And shirt to give away.
Yeah, we're giving away shirts, we're giving away $100 gift cards. And if we also have a coupon code, right, for Living Reef.
Yep.
So guys, you want to take advantage of this coupon code, 10% off their website. Do you know how long this lasts? How long this is going to be going?
I have to ask. I meant to do that last week, actually. I think I said that last week.
Yeah.
Still good for now, at least. Yeah.
So take advantage of that. It's going to save you a lot of money on those corals. So.
Yep, so for the shirt and the gift card, all of that, of course, in order to have a chance to win, you've got to be active in the comments, ask questions, answer questions, make friends.
Yeah.
Rich always wants to know what you guys are doing for lunch, so please let him know what you're doing for lunch.
I'm having a delicious bubbly water. So.
Is that an ad for bubbly?
This is not sponsored.
Yeah, so the winner will be picked from people that are active in the comments. We'll do some questions later, so get them in there. We'll be grabbing those. And there's also a giveaway going along with this.
Cool. Yeah, we are giving away a REEF LX 190.4 with radions. So that drawing will happen
December 2nd.
December 2nd. The way you're going to get entered to win that is head over to waterboxaquariums.com/huge. And it's real easy. You're going to enter, you're going to put your email in, first name, last name, and then we're going to give you a ton of different ways to earn entries when you put that information in. You can buy swag, you can follow Living Reef, you can bonus entry code, which we're going to give you today at some random point. We've given each week. That gets you 10 extra entries.
Yep, great page also about this, not only the giveaway, all that, is you can actually scroll down and it was going to show you all the past episodes of this build, so you can see the LX come to life from the beginning of it being delivered all the way through everything you kind of want to know about setting up an aquarium, especially a large aquarium. And also it has the images of all the coral that Living Reef has put in this aquarium. So you can actually see a lot of the beautiful stuff, see some stuff that you might want. And on their website, they also have a tab for Waterbox corals that you can go to as well. So you got a coupon code plus beautiful corals that they've put into the LX. Definitely got to go check them out.
For sure.
Yeah, so lots and lots going on.
I do want to mention to Joshua here that's watching, we saw your comment. Your question was not dumb, trust me. We don't make fun of questions that come in. I'm just a goofball. And we thought it was funny.
It is, and then when he starts being weird, I laugh. So it had nothing to do with the question at all.
Sometimes we just
all questions.
Yeah,
all
questions are welcome. We would never think that.
Yeah.
We just like to have a good time here.
Yeah, we're not very serious most of the time.
Yeah.
It's bad sometimes, but we're good. So yeah, don't feel bad about that from last night's show.
Yeah.
And so besides corals, we did also pick up some fish to go into the LX from Living Reef. Kind of our last group of fish that's going to go in just to kind of complete it.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of video from these guys to show you what new fish-wise has gone into the LX.
Sweet.
So here we have a blue-sided fairy wrasse. Still pretty small, so it's going to gain a lot of color. Fairy wrasses get like 5 or 6 inches. Super peaceful. You can have lots of different ones in there. So that's going to be a nice active one to move around.
Yeah.
They're working on it back there.
I didn't know if that was, I was like, was that it? We're done?
You wouldn't sit still.
This is the Carpenter's Flasher Wrasse. So super peaceful as well. A lot of nice pattern. Gonna pick around the rocks, eat mysis.
Nice fish.
You know, 4 or so inches usually in size. But you can see there's lots of colors in them. So a lot of your wrasses, fairies, carpenters, the flashers, they're all great to have together. Add a ton of movement and color into your aquarium. So they're great choices, but do have a lid because they like to jump.
Yeah.
But they're very curious too.
Cool.
We have the Magnificent Fox Face. This is a pretty hard one to get. Anne actually worked on this probably for like the last 8 months to get me one. This is my favorite. Usually fox faces are the all yellow that you see with like the black dot. This is a Magnificent. He's hiding for his photo shoot, but you can see kind of like that gray patch. The fins get a lot of red and more yellow on him as he gets bigger. He's going to get probably a good 8, 9+ inches. So he does get larger. Herbivore, needs lots of algae, but very peaceful usually. And their top spikes actually have venom, so they can protect themselves pretty darn well.
Don't get poked.
Don't go petting them. You can get them to teach them like feed out your hand and stuff. They have a good personality, but like don't want to grab them with your hand because they will stab you with a little bit of poison.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but that's one of my favorite. Midas blenny, another amazing fish to get. So it's actually a blenny, but as you see, he's not a perching blenny. The Midas blennies tend to be extremely active swimmers, unlike most blennies kind of hop around and just sit on the rocks. I think a lot of times they associate as an anthias, because if you have anthias, they generally are going to spend a lot of time swimming with them. It's very weird. Great personality, always out and about. The body shape is really unique.
Yeah.
They have these nice, pretty blue eyes, like got yellow, a little bit of pink to the body, and sometimes blue on the fins. So
Yeah, one of my favorite blennies.
they are, and they are
have
unlike any other blenny. They're super, just very swimmy, and like I said, ours just seems to have bonded up with the 3 female anthias and is trying to blend in. So
a little confused.
super cool fish to get. A little 6-line wrasse. These stay on the smaller side, 2-3 inches. They're gonna, as you see, just moving around, looking on the rocks to pick. I like their eyes because they have the lines through them, and you can see them turning when they're looking around. And these guys usually stay pretty close to the rock, weaving in and out. In a smaller tank, they can have a little bit of attitude, so do be careful.
They're good for like pests that you like.
They are. They're great for flatworms, a lot of like acro type bugs. They're really good utility fish as far as cleaning up a lot of bad stuff on corals. So you see, their whole life is just picking around the rocks and corals and stuff.
Yeah. Sweet.
Very nice. Is
This
that all of
tank
them?
is looking.
Yeah. Was that all of them? Yeah. Okay. So we also got a diamond goby, but he has gone into hiding because they came in yesterday. So we have not been able to get him on a photo shoot. He's burying himself somewhere. So we'll do some pictures of him as he decides to come out and about. But those are fun because they'll sift your sand. Really cool to watch. They do need to make sure you're in a decent size aquarium that's established.
Cool.
Yeah, so got some more fish in there. I think we're maxed on fish capacity. The tangs all have to get bigger. The fox face does. Everyone is getting along super happy and great. We're going to leave it as is.
You did a great job picking fish because the color and the life that's swimming around in there. This tank is awesome.
Yes. It's like my ultimate fish list. I got to make my own favorite personal fish list, and that is what is in the LX. And Living Reef has done an amazing job at finding all of them and getting in nice, healthy specimens as well. So they don't ship fish, but if you're in the Central Florida area, definitely check them out for your fish as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got fish, and now we have coral. So it's time to add SPS. We're not trying to go anything too hardcore, kind of easier stuff to fill in along the top of the rock. The LX is getting pretty nice and full of frags, so we're going to let a lot of it grow in, but I really wanted to put some branching hard corals up towards the top. So Living Reef has sent us a box of goodies. We'll talk a little bit about SPS care as we put them in, and we're going to get them on in. We're going to put them on the sand bed as usual, give them a day or two to adjust, and then move them into their final place over the next couple days.
This REEF LX, you guys, is looking
Look how beautiful.
fabulous.
It's nice and clear. Lots of movement from the corals. And you just see all the fish are super happy. Love them. All right. So we are going to put some pictures up on there of what we got in. So here from Living Reef.
Oh, you know what? I apologize. Those are on the website, and I'm not sure if Brian will be able to do both things at once.
Oh.
You're going to try?
You can do it. So here they give you a coral acclimation guide as well as contact information stuff for that. Living Reef stickers. So if you order from them, you're definitely in good hands.
Again, you guys take advantage of that coupon code that they're
Absolutely.
Providing.
They're also about to have a live sale this weekend when those are crazy and a ton of coral. So check them out for that as well. All right. Nice new beautiful boxes from them. All right, I'm going to read you off the names, see if you can pull it up here. We have Green Goblin Anacropora. These are done with a cup so that they don't break and bounce around in the bag. Open them up carefully so I don't break them. You end up self-fragging your own coral sometimes. Yes, maybe.
Whenever you guys finish up, you can just put them on screen.
We'll put them up later. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So green goblin, super bright green. As you can see, a very nice tall growth structure.
Was
Gonna
this
be
one
really
called the
branchy.
green goblin?
Green goblin, a Nacropora.
Nice.
So that one's gonna grow
So
nice
they're
and
like
tall. I'm
Very
gonna-
velvety look.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it somewhere on a rock that's a slightly not as tall of pieces that we have, so that you can tell that it's going to be a very high growing one.
Brian, no worries. I'll just get close up over here.
All right, we have the flaming Setosa. Setosas are cool. I haven't seen them around as much. But one thing about these is they do encrust, but they have these like little finger nubs that they grow up. But they are a bright, like reddish orange kind of color.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite monoporas.
And they have such a weird growth structure because it's like these little finger nubs, but they don't get super high and they're just kind of random.
Yeah.
So
They're so bright too. It always stands out a lot.
Yeah, usually from across the room, you're going to see this one here. We have the Living Reef Caribbean Sunset. And here's another. It's an encrusting. And these here, they grow with the ridges. The polyps are usually different color, and kind of throughout the body and the rim, you'll see multiple colors come through.
Oh, that's a monopora too?
I think it should be like an undata or some similar like that.
One of those.
Yeah. But that's gonna be nice to fill in areas, bigger areas of the rock in between other SPS and corals. And then we have a Jason Fox Flame. Ah,
Ooh. You just took a bath.
I did just take a bath. When they're packed like this, like they have a lot of air pressure in them so that they ship safely. Jason Fox Flame. You can see that the tips are going to have a nice like yellow flame color on the body. And Jason Fox is one of the ones that came into the name game pretty early on.
Yeah,
So there's
for
a lot
sure.
of corals you see just say like JF, that's Jason Fox. We have the cornbread golden jaw dropper. Cornbread's another one of the, you'll see it's like a CB. Another one
Another
that came into
pretty-
the naming high-end coral
Yeah.
part of it.
I'm gonna hand these to you, Jess.
There you go.
Make this easier on you.
Yeah, just go right to the sand. It's quick. It's
Okay.
easier to keep it steady.
Just say the name.
Yeah. What is this?
This
one
is
that you just put in?
a yellow jacket. Do you know what that is though? Y2O.
Living Reef. The one I just put in was the, I don't know where the bag went. Jaw dropper, golden jaw dropper, cornbread.
Cornbread golden jaw dropper.
And this one is the Living Reef. What is it?
That one. Yellow jacket.
Yellow jacket. And that is super bright, like electric yellow. And then we have on this one.
This one is the. It's a stylo.
Milka stylo?
Yeah,
Milka?
hard to read the first.
Milka, I think.
Careful, Keenan.
You're gonna get a bath.
Come over here.
Keenan's not trying to get a bath. The stylophores are great. They're an easier of the SPS corals. They have a good growth rate, and they're super fuzzy looking, which is really cool. So you can see almost like a purple color with yellow tips to it. But these are a great like starter SPS. They're gonna have great growth for you. And most of the time you don't get much movement out of SPS coral, so the stylo is good for that.
Next one's a bubblegum digi.
Oh, nice, okay.
Digitato.
Digis are similar. Good growth rate, kind of an easier beginner one. You know, anyway with SPS, like your tank needs to be very stable, good lights for them to be happy. So here, bubblegum, I'm gonna have, we've got red, you got yellow, probably have some blue on there, kind of like a tricolor mix on that digitata.
I will tell you, if you guys order online from Living Reef, you don't have anything to worry about because these are really well
bagged,
packaged.
and the water's attacking you because they're so well packed.
Yeah.
You can see that Digi has very tall growths. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to give it an area that can grow up and fill in nicely.
This is a Living Reef Tropical Dreams.
Which is actually ancestry with the Komodo Island.
That's where this comes from?
No, this was actually called. She put the wrong name
Oh,
on it.
gotcha.
Komodo Island. That's got a lot of different colors kind of showing through on it. Now with any SPS, you need really stable water quality, good lights, you know, testing and dosing really daily on the dosing and testing regularly to make sure it's staying stable. It's going to be the key to success, and you know, moderate to lower nutrients.
This one's called the Living Reef Nightlight.
Ooh. Oh, that's cool. The polyps are bright yellow on like a purple base, so they stand out really, really bright. Reminds me of like a bonsai.
This next one's called a rainbow. I don't know.
I think she just had it as
What
a
the first-
JKR rainbow. I'd have to look what the JKR is. Rainbows are always nice. You know you're gonna have a lot of color in those. It's like Fort Knox, man.
It really is. It's really.
That's good.
It's good,
like, you know your corals are gonna come to you, and they're not gonna be in a million pieces. The bag's not gonna be popped from a frag plug. So here's your rainbow. Oh, that's got some cool color to it. Really bright green. The polyps are gonna pop out on that one. Beautiful.
Next one's a Living Reef Extreme Pac-Man.
Oh.
Not just Pac-Man, it's Extreme Pac-Man. This one looks very delicate.
Oh, this is a really nice, this is a super thin branching one. The tips have that bright yellow color, but look at the branch structure on that. Definitely more unique. Very thin. Branch is very, very nice and smooth looking. That's a cool one because it just stands out against a lot of your chunkier type of SPS, and you have a tank in there. So that is a amazing collection right there. Some beautiful stuff from Living Reef. As I said, we're gonna let it settle for a day or two right there, and then go ahead and move it onto the rocks.
Yeah, that's a nice setup right there.
It is, because it's a lot of different shapes and colors, so it's gonna, you know, add really a lot of variety. A lot of times you find yourself with a ton of green and stuff on SPS, but there's a lot of other colors in there.
Cool. I see we have Living Reef here with us in the comments.
Oh!
If you guys got questions for Living Reef, there you go.
There you go.
They're there. They can answer the questions. Again, like I said, we got that coupon code. They ship all around the country, and you guys just saw how well they package it. You got anything to worry about with that.
Yeah. That's a good question, Living Reef, for Ann, since you're here, since I've been meaning to ask you when the coupon code goes until.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Before I forget again. But yeah, so beautiful stuff. And think, are you gonna pull any of the pictures up?
Tom just asked when they're gonna get me to aquascape and stock a tank.
They're not even looking at us.
I know. I don't know how to answer that. I just thought that was
if you missed it because that was on there, we just blank stared at each other because I do not know. I guess that'd be up to Rich.
I got my hands dirty today.
You did. You opened some bags.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I just stocked the tank from 50%. Did 50% of it.
No, maybe we'll make you do your own build. We'll give you a tank to do.
Well, we talked about doing a like another competition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's time. All right. Rich,
I'll
Jess, take on each other.
I'm gonna lose, but it's all good.
Not necessarily, you never know. But yeah, we'll have to plan something like that. It'd be good.
Sure.
We've done a couple things of like side by side builds. So it'd be cool to kind of do that again. So we have a bonus word for you. So this goes onto the website. Get your extra entries into the LX giveaway. That goes till December 2nd at midnight. Bonus word for this week is radion.
There you go.
Because radions are great for SPS coral.
You guys head over to
Yep.
waterboxaquariums.com/huge and you can enter that in.
Yes, so get your extra points in. I'm gonna do some questions from you guys, and I don't know if they answered it or not.
There's actually not a lot of questions today. I'll get them we have so far. Here we go.
Okay. I think when we're adding livestock, people just really enjoy watching it versus asking questions, because we always end up having less questions on stuff like that.
It is very interesting, and Keenan does such a good job of getting like the camera in there. It's really captivating.
Yeah.
This is the last week of our REEF LX build, right?
It is. Yeah. So this
Not
is
the last
not the
we're
last time you're
talk
going to
about
see it, no.
Yeah.
So we'll cover that as we go or whatever.
Reef Bro says, what is the red coral in the back of the tank?
Which one?
When
Probably the
that-
Goniapora.
I think that came in when we were showing, on the left side of the tank.
Okay, well, we have some red Goniaporas in there. We also have red Lobo. So it could be either one of those. Goniaporas nice and wavy. The Lobo is more round. Those are our main, probably bright red ones that you see in the tank whenever we're looking at it.
Yeah.
That's going to be my guess.
Thank you for that. Jasmine says, what wrasses can you put in a bare bottom tank?
Well, technically, none will be as happy. I think most wrasses tend to be happier to have sand, not necessarily the fairy wrasses, flasher wrasses, and stuff like that. They might not necessarily bury themselves regularly, but it tends to be more like comfortable for them. They generally will actually, when they sleep, kind of cocoon themselves in a rock and actually put like a mucus layer around them. And that's a predatory thing out in the wild to not get eaten. But I think if you have a bare bottom, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I know back when I had a bare bottom and I had some wrasses, I just took a Tupperware container, like behind the rocks wherever I could fit something, and it had sand in it. So they did have a place to go to bury themselves. Now, technically, fairy wrasses and stuff, they're not probably going to bury themselves, so that's your best bet. But I think they're always happier because there's like more things to pick at and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Right along the line.
Joshua says, I'm new to the hobby. Why have a bare bottom tank?
It's a very two-sided, I think, choice on that one. As far as people that do sand don't have any interest in bare bottom. Those that have bare bottom are very dead set that that's the best way to go. Bare bottom tends to work best in super high flow aquariums where you can't keep your sand like from being kicked up constantly. This is generally like full SPS systems.
Yeah.
Your turnover in your tank and the amount of Powerheads and stuff that you have are so high that you end up not being able to keep sand in place. And I think that's your best scenario for going bare bottom. You have to keep in mind though that there are downsides to it too. The natural look kind of goes away, but that's personal preference. You do need to siphon up the detritus wherever it ends up settling regularly, because it's not like you have those sand critters to kind of stir it and eat it. It just comes like just pile of detritus around. And then some stability is lost because your sand does allow some buffering of alkalinity, calciums, things like that, and it holds a lot of beneficial bacteria and microfauna that you don't have anymore.
A lot of critters that you don't necessarily want in there
Right.
anymore. So
Is it bad to do bare bottom? Absolutely not. Just you have to know some of the pros and cons with it, and it's just not meant for everybody. I prefer sand for any scenario that I can use it.
cool. Great question.
Yes.
Jacob says, what other mushrooms do you guys have in the tanks?
This one is mostly, we have Recordia, we have some Yumas, and then kind of just your standard mushrooms. I think
About
that's
it.
it. Yeah. I mean, it's a good variety. I mean, there's probably like 12 different types in here, but it's just kind of usually within those three groups for the most part. I have to do some close-up shots of like our groups of mushrooms, our group of zoanthids, now that they've all settled in, and kind of show some stuff.
Tom says, just found my Watchman Goby last night with his tail missing. Moved him to an isolation box. Any advice on how to help him heal?
Ow.
Yeah, ouch.
That's rough. So it depends. If the tail up to the flesh is missing, if it could have been, especially with a Watchman because you don't see them fully all the time, is if he got damaged, nicked, or like bit by something, and the whole tail up to the flesh, and the flesh part's getting red, it could have been a small damage that now has bacterial infection. That would be something that you'd have to pull and medicate for. And if it gets to the flesh, a lot of times it is hard to heal. If it's just like someone got in a fight with them, you know, you can take him out and let him heal, but when he goes back in, it's going to happen again. So you have to figure out why there's an issue there. Tail doesn't come off on its own. Either a fish did it, or he's got bacterial disease.
Jasmine says, do you recommend a controller system like Apex for stability when you have SPS?
We use the Mobius on here. So, because we have the EcoTech equipment, the lights, you know, pump, Powerheads, the Versa doser, so everything is on there together. And it's great for visibility. I can go in there and adjust lights. I can change flow. You know, the doser's on there, which is very easy to use. So if you have SPS, the more control and fine tune you can do, absolutely the better. They need it.
Thank you, Jasmine. The Reef and Rican, what would cause the coral to turn white or brown? Two different things.
Yes. If you look back, not on this one, but like on our Wednesday stream, had a episode about SPS and like reasons they turn. White is usually stress from environmental stuff or too much light. Brown is usually too high of nutrients or not enough light, as a quick breakdown. But there's a lot more detailed breakdown of like different types of tissue loss, you know, change of colors.
We just did
and
an
stuff
episode
like that.
about that, right?
Yeah, so it was on the Wednesday show when we were on the frag. If you look at that one on YouTube, we went pretty detailed on SPS care in that one.
Oh, sorry.
Hannah says, what should we be testing for now that we have a bunch of corals?
So you should be testing before you have a bunch of corals. But if you have a well-established reef or just with a lot of corals, right now, do a weekly test of nitrate, phosphate, alkaline calcium, and magnesium. So right now I'm doing that weekly because we did set up the doser a couple weeks ago. So I'm just making sure that's staying fine-tuned. I'm also trying to bring phosphates up just a little bit, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on that. Usually once it's dialed in, especially with a doser every 2 weeks, you know, it's pretty about right for testing. But those are the 5 main ones that you have to worry about. Ammonia, nitrite, and established tank are never usually an issue. And then, what did I say? Nitrate, phosphate, yeah, those 5 are your most important.
Awesome.
Thanks, Hannah. Good questions. All right.
We're going to give away some stuff.
We do.
We got a shirt and a $100 gift card.
All right, so the shirt, Living Reef shirt.
Cool.
All right, ready for that one? Winner. Nope. Nope.
Peter was thinking.
All right, winner for the Living Reef shirt is
Jasmine.
All right, congratulations. Email winners@waterboxaquariums.com and they'll get y'all hooked up for a shirt.
Cool. Now, $100 gift card.
The last $100 gift card of the giveaway.
Yes.
It
the
is.
Final
The final $100 until the major giveaway in December. All right, who is going to win this one? Are we ready? No.
Build the suspense a little.
We've given away over $2,000 in gift cards during this series.
Yes, I have. That's pretty impressive. All right, winner for the $100 gift card is
Tom Jerome.
Congratulations! Woo! Get yourself a water box.
Yeah. Email winners@waterboxaquariums.com. They will get you hooked up.
That's awesome. So it is, like we said, it's the last show for this series for now, in our Thursdays. But the giveaway goes until December 2nd at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We also will be dropping the bonus word still on Instagram weekly.
Yeah.
So you're still going to be able to get those extra points in. So make sure you're following us on Instagram. Check for every Thursday, bonus word to be dropped. You know, continue doing all the social actions that are on there to get as many entries as possible. And we'll, of course, be doing updates on the LX. We'll come back and visit with it.
For
but
sure.
for right now, the weekly series ends here. We'll definitely be back on December 2nd to announce a winner, or December 3rd.
December 2nd is a Thursday, so we will have a special show on that Thursday.
Okay.
To announce the winner.
Okay, cool. So definitely stay tuned for that. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, because we do updates and pictures, behind the scenes stuff that you're going to keep seeing updates on the LX.
Yeah, and I do want to mention, you guys, we won't be live on Thursdays. So if you're usually tuning in on Thursdays, hop over to the Wednesday show. Keep an eye out for that schedule.
Yes.
'Cause that's
And
a
next
wrap.
Wednesday,
You don't want to miss it.
you don't want to miss next Wednesday. The show
Yes.
time is actually 1 p.m., not 6 p.m., so mark your calendars, and we have a huge announcement you do not want to miss. So definitely
Yes.
join us 1 p.m. next Wednesday. We'll see you there.
Thanks, guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, and for more information on this series, visit waterboxaquariums.com/huge.
Tune in live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to learn about how you can get more entries to our REEF LX 190.4 giveaway.
Plus, we're giving away $100 gift cards every episode, but you have to be with us here live to win.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.